Crocs are obviously civilization's greatest achievement. But how do they do on the bike? To find out, I tested them against pro road shoes and mountain bike shoes to see which deliver the most power. And the results? Let's just say it taught me a lesson I never expected. First, you have to understand I didn't always like Crocs. In fact, I used to hate them. They're ugly, colors are too bright, just loud. But last holiday season, something in my heart changed. I wore Crocs for the first time while racing my little brother on the bike. It was a joke, a way to raise the stakes of the video.
If Garrett loses, I get to keep his Crocs.
But what was not shown was my budding romance with Crocs. By the end of the trip, my brother was afraid I was gonna steal them. I didn't, but I did buy my own as soon as I got home. Here's what the Crocs are up against. My lightweight, pro-level road shoes. They have a carbon fiber sole and some battle wounds from a crash I had riding up San Francisco's steepest street. I even hit my all-time best power while wearing these shoes in another video. Next up are a pair of mountain bike shoes, the 510 Freerider Pro. I picked these up after a bunch of you recommended them in the comments from that last video. Of course, mountain bike shoes are only good if you have mountain bike pedals, so I also grabbed a pair of these race-face Chester pedals. Those spikes are pretty intimidating, but there's no time to worry because we have a test to perform, and luckily it fits perfectly within my training schedule.
So you'll see on the left, we got 3 intervals. They're sprint intervals, 6-second sprints, 4 times. First interval, the road shoes. Second interval, Crocs. Third interval, mountain bike shoes.
Here we go. First sprint done, 1,184 watts. That's actually really good for me, especially since usually it takes me a couple of sprints to warm up and hit my max power. Second sprint.
Whoa, well that's not good.
So obviously I've looked back at the footage now. It looks like I unclipped while pulling up on my left pedal, which is really weird. Like this has never happened to me before.
One nice thing I guess is I waxed my chain now, so nothing on my hands, so I'm putting it back on.
All right, sprint 3.
I don't know what's happening.
I wouldn't find out until after the ride that my pedal's spring tension, the thing that keeps me clipped in, was almost at the lowest setting possible. I've since fixed it, and I've had no problems on my rides. Frankly, I'm really lucky this happened indoors when I was stationary instead of outdoors when I was really sprinting. And of course, I didn't know all of that coming into the 4th and final sprint with the road shoes. Even with all those chain drops, the average max power of the 4 sprints on the road shoes was 1,140 watts. Let's give some perspective. The max power I hit with my brother's Crocs over the holidays, 751 watts. This is gonna be an uphill battle. You might be wondering, Mitch, why do you care so much about power output and training? You're not a pro cyclist. You're just a guy who rides bikes on YouTube. And to that I say, how dare you? You're right. But I do have some big goals for this year, and if I don't stay on top of my training, I'm not gonna be able to achieve them. Maybe you saw the video where I rode up the steepest streets in San Francisco. I have 3 more videos in that series coming up, including Baldwin Street in New Zealand, the official steepest street in the world. And yeah, maybe the Crocs are not gonna be the secret to my success. But something compels me to keep trying with it. And by the way, if you wanna support me on all these journeys coming up this year,
I'm partnering with The Club. So if you like any of the kit I'm wearing, there are links in the description.
Using my link brings revenue that goes directly into making these videos for you. And if you do buy something from the club, let me know. Sprint 1. $860 watts. Sprint 2, 924 watts. Sprint 3,
Almost.
964 watts. We're trending up. Honestly, there's gotta be no way I blow this thing out of the water and pull the average above the road shoes, right? But remember what I said at the beginning of the video?
And the results?
let's just say it taught me a lesson I never expected. That's coming up, but first, let's jump on over to the mountain bike shoes. In the last sprint video, I was unable to break 900 watts with my tennis shoes. I also failed to find the average of two numbers, which a lot of you pointed out in the comments. You also suggested I get better pedals and mountain bike shoes. Well, my friends, this is your moment. We're gonna find out if better pedals and proper mountain biking shoes make a difference.
Sole does feel stiff. They really stick to the pedals. It almost feels like I'm clipped in. I'm pretty excited.
Sprint 1, 965 watts.
All right.
Let's try that again.
Yeah!
1,063 watts. Oh yeah, broke 1,000, not even clipped in. I hit 1,037 watts on sprint 3 and 1,018 watts on sprint 4 for an average of 10,021 watts. You were right, the pedals and shoes make a huge difference. I gained almost 200 watts compared to the tennis shoes and stock pedals in the last video. But it is about 100 watts shy of what I can do with my carbon-soled road shoes. But what about the Crocs? We still have one last sprint to review.
I don't think I got there. I tried.
978 watts. That gives us an average of 931 watts over 4 sprints. 200 watts less than the road shoe. Or to put it another way, sprinting as hard as I can with the Crocs will give me 82% of the power that I could achieve with my road shoes. So why wear Crocs? What is the point? They're not gonna help me achieve my goals. They're not gonna push my performance. Why would anyone want to wear them?